You can still feel lonely despite being deeply loved, and that's like one of the most confusing kinds of loneliness there is. Because from the outside, your life may look full. People care about you, you care about them. You laugh together, you love each other. Yet internally, you feel alone in your thoughts. Alone in the responsibility you silently carry. Especially when the people you love are struggling themselves. Maybe they're sick. They may harm themselves in various ways. Maybe they're depressed without even realizing it. Or maybe they're emotionally absent because they're drowning too. And suddenly, without anyone asking you to, you become emotionally hyper aware. You monitor everyone, their moods, their silence, their energy, and their pain. And psychology actually has a term for this. Sometimes people who grow up in emotionally unstable or psychologically heavy environments develop something called hypervigilance. It's a nervous system state where your brain constantly scans for emotional danger, conflict, or signs that someone is not okay. And that's not because you're dramatic, but because your body learned that staying emotionally alert keeps you safe. The issue with that is when you spend years suppressing your own emotions just to protect everyone else's, your body eventually starts speaking for you. I've experienced this myself, but science has shown this repeatedly. Chronic emotional suppression and anxiety can physically manifest through muscle tension, fatigue, skin flare-ups, stomach issues, headache, chest tightness, sleep issues, nervous system dysregulations, and just unexplained physical symptoms. The body literally keeps score of emotions the mind is minimizing, and people always misunderstand that type of person. You're called too sensitive, overreacting, emotional, but what's actually happening, it's usually deeper than just sensitivity. Highly empathetic people often internalize emotions instead of just releasing them, and they intellectualize everyone else's pain while invalidating their own. And if you're that type of person, you start saying things like others have it worse, or I should be grateful, they're suffering too, they didn't mean it, and then guilt enters the room. Because how dare you feel lonely when you're being loved? But those two things can coexist, trust me. You can feel grateful, but emotionally exhausted at the same time. You can deeply love your family and still feel drained by the role you play inside. Especially if you unconsciously became the emotional glue holding everything and everyone together. The meditator, the listener, the emotionally aware one, the one who notices when something is wrong before everyone else does it. That role looks strong from the outside, but internally it can feel so terrifying because part of you starts believing, if I stop holding this together, what happens to everyone else? And that's a heavy thing for a nervous system to carry. And eventually your soul starts craving something unfamiliar, which is peace. And it's not even happiness at first, it's just peace. Sometimes you just fantasize about living somewhere quiet, and it's not because you hate your life or you don't love your people, but because your body just wants rest from emotional responsibility. And this thought of wanting to leave can feel heartbreaking when your soulmate, your most loved person, is still inside the chaos, with you. So you stay, you care, you overextend, and ultimately suppress until your own energy slowly disappears. So let me tell you one thing, please don't let yourself disappear trying to save everyone else around you. You're allowed to care deeply without carrying the emotional survival of every person you love. And your feelings do not become invalid just because someone else is suffering too. Sometimes the strongest people in the family are the loneliest. Not because nobody loves them, but because nobody realizes how much they're silently carrying. So if that's you, I hope that you do feel seen and you're not alone in this. You're much stronger than you think, and you're allowed to feel like it's taking a toll on your mental health just being there for everyone. And yeah, I have so much respect for you, and it will get better. Just be sure to set clear boundaries as soon as possible, because otherwise your body will do it for you, and that's not a nice thing to experience. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful to at least someone out there. You got this, and I love you.